Yo, welcome to a new movie review. Today's movie, obviously, is Saw 4. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You can see the actually really cool poster right there. That is a sick poster, my god. When did the Saw posters stop being this awesome? But yeah, let's just jump right into it. If you haven't seen any of my other Saw movie reviews, definitely go and watch those. They're pretty long, but you can honestly skip to see what the rating is if you want to. I won't tell if you don't. But yeah, let's do what I usually do and go over the good, then the bad, and then if there is any, I don't think there is, the mixed, and then we'll do a general overview and talk about the overall score. But yeah, let's jump right into the good. The autopsy scene, just starting off with the very beginning, it looks amazing. It is actually really good. The special effects look actually really cool. Everything about it is awesome. It introduces Hoffman. I'm pretty sure this is the movie that introduces Hoffman. Yeah, last movie was 3. Okay, so let's start with something that is mixed. This is the first mix. Sorry, I keep on changing up the rules of how I do these movie reviews, but I have to start with the mix just to tell you guys a warning really fast. Saw 4 starts about 2 or 3 movies that I just get mixed up all the time because they're in the same timeline as 3. They're all in the same timeline, obviously. But these are like as 3 is going on, and it's just really hard to remember which one is which. Like 3 is easy to remember because, you know, the story, and it's the one where Jigsaw and Amanda die, and, you know, you have the slowest protagonist ever. But these 4 and 5 are pretty much the hardest ones to, like, comprehend which one is which. Like, you're gonna mistake them for each other a lot, or I do at least, just because they seem really similar, and I don't know. This does start the Strom type of stuff, and it starts the Hoffman stuff, so I mean, you know, that's nice. Hoffman is introduced by, you know, picking up the tape that's in his Tobin Bell's stomach. He swallowed it somehow. It's just a giant tape that, it's not giant, but it's too big for him to swallow, I think. And then, you know, Hoffman listens to the tape, and we can just go back to the good now, because this one, like I said, is really hard for me to actually completely remember. But yeah, the next good is the first trap has a really good fight scene. It's the one where one of their eyes are stitched shut and one of their mouths is stitched shut, and then they just have to fight over who wins, or they could just work together, but you know, it's kind of a spooky situation having to deal with that, so they, you know, tensions rise. I just have it written down, Peter Strom as a good, and then to remind me who he is, I just put guy who did a tracheotomy with a pin. Yeah, he's absolutely awesome. Also in the good, I have Strom automatically figures out everything. In this movie review, you're gonna find that I love Hoffman. I used to absolutely hate him, but I figured out why I used to hate him in this last run through of the movies, and it's because all of the characters have to be so dumb around him to not understand that he's a bad guy. And it's baffling to the mind how dumb they are, because it's super obvious. Even if we didn't know, we would automatically know. And it's nice that Strom, like, automatically starts putting together all of the different puzzle pieces, I guess. The jigsaw puzzle, if you get what I mean. And then I also have Lieutenant Rigg is back from Saw 2, if you remember that one. Lieutenant Rigg is actually really cool, especially in this one. Matthews is also back from Saw 2. I love Saw 2. If you want to see one of the reviews that is probably going to have the best score out of 10, then go and watch Saw 2. Matthews is an awesome character. Lieutenant Rigg absolutely carries this. I kind of love it. The entire thing where he's Hoffman at the very beginning goes, "You never go through a secured door," and then he whiffs his hair around like a beautiful little princess he is, and then Rigg is just like, "Yeah, I know." But then all through this, it's literally just stop going through unsecured doors, and at the very end it's an unsecured door. It's one of those really easy twists to understand, because you know for a fact as soon as it's said, something's gonna happen with that. The eye trap for the fat dude in the hotel is definitely earned. And it seems like one of the easier traps. Just click both the buttons at the same time and you won't be ripped apart viciously. I don't even know if I can say what he did, what the fat dude did on this review, because YouTube is weird and you just can't say some words. But yeah, he does a lot of bad stuff. He did a lot of bad stuff, and yeah, I think Jigsaw definitely chose someone good for this one, because I talked about this in a lot of my other reviews for Saw, but Jigsaw's rules and who he goes after is so stupid, especially Saw 3, whenever it's the mom with a dead child that has to take depression pills. Like, Jesus Christ. Just, Jigsaw is insane, makes no sense with his morals or anything, which, I mean, that's the point of it, especially in Saw 10. I'm not talking about Saw 10 right now, though. But yeah, that's, Oh, there was a really good transition in this movie that was just, he threw a chick through a window and it broke into the next scene and came to it. I thought that was sick. This is definitely one of them. There is a movie, later in the series that, on the bads, I just wrote, this is the end of the good transitions, because these movies do have some really cool transitions that I really like into other scenes, but this is definitely my favorite one. Like, if I had to make a list of my favorite transitions into different scenes in Saw, this would absolutely be my favorite one. In a flashback, John stands up to a dude with a knife, and I don't know, I just like seeing a more human, cool side to John, because, yeah, his wife opened up a clinic. That's a huge part of this one, and a whole bunch of them going forward, but I'm not going to go super into that. That's basically all the good I have on here, and honestly, what I didn't write down, I can't really remember, because like I said, this movie and the next movie kind of mixed together for me. The only difference between them is Riggs is the big kahuna of this movie. I think he's a really good protagonist. I think the twist with the door is super, super obvious, but I like it. It's just, I don't know. It's pretty good. He kicks down a door right whenever the time was about to end, and Matthews dies, Riggs dies, and the lawyer for John dies, which I don't care about the lawyer, but the Riggs and Matthews should not have died, especially Matthews. Like, come on. That man went through so much. He deserved to live, honestly. I honestly can't remember what I wrote down for the bad. Let's go ahead and look through it. Yep, that's one that I already went over. Yep. And yep, yeah, I just said all of the bad. Like, yeah, most of the stuff that I can remember about this is stuff that I really, really liked, or stuff that I really, really disliked. But yeah, this movie, I know I said a lot of bad stuff about it, but like, this isn't a bad Saw movie. Like, this isn't a bad movie in general. It's a really good movie. It just, as soon as the next one came out, it got mushed together in my mind, because they're just way too similar. The next one is, but yeah, Saw 4 is actually a really solid movie. It's getting a 7 out of 10, which, I mean, that's not bad at all. I don't think any of these go, actually, yeah, one of them goes below 7, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get there. If you want to watch all the other Saw movie reviews, or any of my other movie reviews, definitely go and watch those. If you like Saw, then like and subscribe, because, I'm going over the entire franchise, and you'll most likely like other videos I do, because I do a lot of horror, a lot of sci-fi, kaiju, basically everything, video games, everything like that, and I'll, as usual, post a new movie review tomorrow, whether it's Saw 5 or a mini movie review, but yeah, it'll probably be Saw 5, but yeah. 7 out of 10. Not bad at all. Tell me what you think about this movie, and see ya.